quick update on the Nucs. So this was the one with the swarm cell, this is the one with the queen. Last week I inspected the swarm cell nuke. It had taken down the swarm cell, so that tells me that either they've taken it down for whatever reason, or the queen has emerged and they've removed that cell. A couple of days later I went in and added a frame of eggs, which is a test to see queen-rightedness. If they hadn't drawn out any emergency cells, that would tell me that there's either a virgin or a queen running around. But unfortunately they've drawn out emergency cells, so I've taken those down now. And I'm left with two options. I can either introduce a queen into the queenless nuke, or I can merge the two nukes back together. I've decided to go with merging them back together because the queenless nuke, being queenless for 3 weeks, is now purely stores. There's nowhere for a new queen to lay any eggs. And the queen right half is a little weaker than I'd like going into peak wasp season, as well as going into winter. They'd probably get there by winter, but to give them the best chance of getting through winter, I think the best course of action is to merge the two. So it's got the brood from this half and all of the stores in this half. The method I'll be using to merge them is the newspaper method, because these nukes can be stacked on top of each other. The newspaper method involves putting a piece of newspaper between the two boxes, poking some holes in that newspaper so that the bees can slowly chew through it over the course of a week. That allows the pheromones from this bottom nuke to permeate the top one, and they'll slowly get used to each other over the course of that week, allowing both halves to merge successfully. First off, I'm going to double check the status of the queenless half, make sure I've gotten all of the emergency cells that they've built, and just double check that there's no queen or virgin in here. Just checking the bottom to make sure that there's no queen or virgin on the lid. And there doesn't appear to be, so we'll place that one there for now. And you'll see as I go through this just how packed full of stores that this is now. That is all nectar, and they're capping it all over. So just giving it a quick look over. There's no reason why any virgin should be on here. And it's the same on that side, just all capped over stores. This will be a massive boost to the other nuke. Same on this one, pollen and nectar. There's a couple of capped brood around the bottom, but that is pretty much it. This I think is the frame that I introduced with the eggs on it. So just give this a shake off. Yeah, just absolutely round full of nectar and pollen, and it's the same on this side. These thrones in the middle are just empty. But for instance, there's no eggs in any of those cells in the corner. And they have no real pressure to draw out those. Yep, same here. They're drawing it out, but they have no pressure to it. They've lost all organisation because they've been without a queen for so long. So they are kind of just milling about. Another very heavy frame. It's all stores with some drone brood around the bottom. I'm not seeing any behaviour that indicates to me that there is a queen. So you can normally tell if there's a queen because as she's moving throughout the frame, they're the only bee that other bees will move out of the way for. Whilst here you can see them scrambling under and over each other, not moving out of the way of each other. So I'll just give this one a shake just to... And they are a lot more flighty and buzzy. They're not attacking me or anything. They're just disorganised because they have no queen pheromone to regulate them. This was the one that I added that had the eggs on it because it's still got some brood on it. But once again, they've also just filled this frame up with stores. So stores here, brood in the centre, and same on this side. Looks like they've tried drawing out some more brood into queen cups. We'll just swish those back. Up so they can get more of them back in. So I'm just going to stick the lid on for now. leave this off because I don't want this. And now we'll move over to the other nuke. Right then, we're just going to have a very quick look through this nuke. This nuke shouldn't have any problems, but we'll just give it a check anyway. A couple of dead ants in the feeder, but that's not a problem as long as there's no live ants running around through here. Check the roof for the queen before you place it to one side. And you can just see how much smaller and calmer this nuke is. And as we go through it, you'll just see that they're not flying up or anything. So we'll take out this frame first. If the bees will get out of my way. We've got brood, we've got nectar around the edges. Very nice looking frame. And it's the same on the other side. So just foundation, but these bees have the pressure to draw it out. So nothing on that one. Nothing on that one yet. So we have eggs and brood on this one. And same on this side, eggs and brood in the middle, capped stores around the edges. So they are a very healthy nuke, but they're just a little bit behind because it seems like all the flying bees, all the forager bees went back to this nuke. So they had a week or two without any foragers. I haven't seen the queen yet, but then again her mark was rubbing off. And just foundation. So I'm just going to go back through and just double check this centre frame because this is the one that she's most likely going to be on. I'm not seeing her, but I am seeing eggs. So that tells me that she's been on this frame in the last 24 hours. But I would like to actually see her. Oh, there she is. right here, and as you can see, the other bees are moving out of the way of her. In the top right hand corner of the frame. So I'm now happy to merge these. Push those back together. I'll put this way around. See, and you can just see the difference in their behaviour. Calm, organised. These ones over here are still flying around. These ones just don't care. So I'm going to knock the ones out of the feeder into the hive, place the newspaper over the top, poke some small holes in the paper, and then place this nuc box on top. Smoke. Two sheets of newspaper. We just take a hive tool and just poke some slits into it. It's just to give the bees a chewing off point and allows the pheromone to permeate. And then holes in the paper, so now we can go about merging the two. So I'm going to flip this feeder, place it over here, and then just knit this entire box up. Stuck it down, and place it on top. And I'll knock these bees off into it as well. On top. And these bees I'm just going to shake off into the air, and they will beg their way back into this hive. I'll leave the entrance reduced so the guard bees can still defend it. So just for now, I'll leave that there, and they should make their way into this hive. And I'll put this lid on. So now we've merged the two boxes together. Over the course of the week, they'll eat their way through to each other, by which point they'll all smell the same. I'll also just leave this feeder here as well, because there's some straggler bees on there. And that's that manipulation done. So going into winter, instead of 2 nucs, I'll now have just 1 super strong double brood nuc for next year.